Welcome, everyone, to the November 6th, 2025 Helm Developer Call. As just another recorded reminder, this is a CNCF call, which falls under the CNCF Code of Conduct. So please conduct yourself appropriately. And this is a recorded call, as was said before the call. So with that, we can go to the agenda. And actually, I will. So we don't have any announcements today. I guess I'll say there is one announcement that isn't listed in the announcements, and that is there is no meeting next week on November 13th. That happens during KubeCon, Cloud Native Con, and there are enough people from this team who won't be there that we've called the meeting for the week, as we typically do. So there is no meeting next week. And then with that, we can go into discussion topics. And the first one is about getting something merged or approved. Let me go ahead. I'll drop the link in. And so somebody's asking for this to be merged and approved. What I can do on this one, I haven't looked at this, but for myself, I will put it on my to-do list to review before the end of the week. I'm not familiar with this one otherwise. I don't know if anybody else wants to look on it. Is there anybody who wants to talk about it?
I did a review of this one, but yeah, I tested it and it's working. But yeah, it
Okay.
need additional review from
Yeah.
core member.
Okay. And we can take a look at that in, I at least, well, I don't know if anybody else has time beforehand, but I will find time to do that.
Yeah, I can look at it.
Thank you, Terry. All right. If there's nothing else on this one, the next one up is, well, me. And if you've got stuff, by the way, please add it to the agenda. The first thing I wanted to do is talk about a change in the release process that I'd like to introduce, starting with 4. So one of the things that we've done, which has always been strange to me, is we leave it on the same miner after we cut the release branch for that miner. Okay, we leave main on that same release branch. And then we make the change in the release branch to the miner when we create the branch, and then we kind of backport that over to main. That's always seemed odd to me. I think after we cut the release branch for a miner, we should bump main because it's for the next miner release right then, right? And that should just be a step alongside of it. And so that would be a change to what we've done. And I just wanted to discuss. What do you all think?
I think that makes sense because any of the changes to that last minor release can just be on that branch.
Yeah, and I mean, we have to backport it
Or
to the minor
picked
release
into
branch
that.
anytime we're going
Yeah.
to go do that. Yeah, and the development on main right now is for 4.1, and so it should probably reflect that.
I think that makes sense. The only one thing, I mean, I think obviously you know this because you've done a lot of this, probably more than most people on this, everybody on this call. But it just means there's just a little bit extra picking to do. But if you're cool with that, I mean, I think that
But
sounds.
I think there's actually less picking because right now we have to pick the commit off the release branch and bring it over to main. We won't have to do that anymore. You'll just do it to main, and then once you create the release branch, we make a change on main again. There's actually no
Actually, you
pick.
know what? I take that back. You're absolutely right. That is what we do. Yeah, we should do
It's
it.
actually less. It's less picking.
Yeah.
Um,
Thanks.
yeah, it's less work.
I was
Um,
thinking about a slightly different step there, but yeah, thank you. Yeah, that makes
okay,
sense. I'm all for it.
okay, cool. I'll update once the 4.0 docs are merged. And I know, Scott, you've got a pull request open for that. I don't know if they've been merged yet. I saw the pull request up, but I haven't had time. Um,
Fine.
yeah, okay. Then I'll make a change to the release stuff on there. Then my next thing was going to be the 3.19.1 release. So we need to cut a 3.19.1. I haven't looked at what's on the release branch to see what we need to do there. If anything, we might need to bump some dependencies for CVEs. At the very least, it needs to be rebuilt because Go CVEs have come out, and at least I'm getting pinged about the Go standard library CVEs that are affecting that version of Helm, the 3.19.01. We have our release day is technically next Wednesday, but I was wondering if anybody had an issue with cutting the 319.1 release on Monday instead, just so Wednesday I have one less thing to do. Any issues with that?
Not at all.
Nope. Nope.
No.
Okay. So I will cut the 319.1 release on Monday then and get that out. And then the 4.0.0 release will come on Wednesday. All right. Then we have our next one on Go Releaser.
Yes, we had some issue with the Azure font with the CDN for the binaries of Helm, and I was thinking about adding during the Go release work to also push the binaries on GitHub release. So we have two places where we can get the binaries. I don't know if it's something we should do or not.
Yes. So here was my thinking around all this. So Terry did a bunch of work on Go Releaser, and unfortunately, I kept poking holes in his work. As I started saying, let's take this, let me test it, let me look at how it affects the release process. It kept getting bigger and bigger. So nothing around this landed in the 4.0 release, and I don't want to change the release process this late in the game. What I'd like to do is get everything moved over to Go Releaser. And I've got hopefully big plans here, right? Not just this. I'd like to have Cosign sign this stuff and have it on the public registry. I would love it to set things up so we can have the attestations. So you can use things like GitHub, what is it? Release verify with attestations. There are a number of technical things that I'd like to have there and to have the Helm releases also come off of the release as well there for those who want to use it. Put it on the release alongside with the signing and everything. So I think that is one of the goals here. I'd love to be able to get all of that done for 4.1 is my hope, but we're not going to get it in for 4.0.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah. Okay. Scott, you would like to see propose some labeling changes. The floor is yours.
Yes, I would. Just in short, there is no real significance to the fact that this is pull request number 420, but I made one just now, and there's a hip, and basically the proposal is to have some mandatory labels that we add to all of our pull requests at least before merge, and either the gist of it, the high level is some mandatory labels, some optional labels, and either a milestone or a no milestone label. And the main reason for this is so that we can have some better, I mean, we do have a script that gives us a change log, but it can be better. And there's some other, it can also help us with other things like identifying areas in the docs that people can improve and things like that. That right now we do and we could use help with. So I think it could, and we can also add some automated checks. That's the gist of it, but please read the proposal if anybody wants to.
And
Absolutely.
I've used this kind of stuff with automated checks before. Unfortunately, all the GitHub actions that I've used before are all dead. So I might just fork one and start maintaining it myself if that satisfies anybody.
I add a real dumb reference implementation just for fun. But I just want to say that I know that there are better ones. I remembered what you said, Joe, about them being dead, so I just added a really simple thing, but I bet someone can write a better one than my little snippet in the hip.
All right. Yeah, I'll take some time and review that.
Oh, I actually have another agenda item, but I can put it at the end if
No.
someone else is next. Okay.
Okay.
Real fast. We will be I'll update the doc with a link because I wanted to make a little quick page to make it cuter. But for anybody going to KubeCon Atlanta, there's a Helm for release party that CNCF and Replicated are sponsoring, and all of the Helm maintainers are it's the official release party, and please come. It'll be awesome.
That's Wednesday night, right?
Yes,
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
it is Wednesday night. So the release will be Wednesday, and then this is Wednesday night. So if the release doesn't go out, it will be a somber event. I'm joking. We'll get that up.
Here's the actual like RSVP link just for now, but I'll send put a page on the doc soon.
Okay. Then the other thing that I put in is so the Flux folks have come back and said, ooh, SDK things, right? Because there were some SDK changes. And so there's an issue. They put it in as a regression. To a certain extent, there's some functionality that we had exposed before that is not as nicely exposed. The same functionality is exposed, but once you get into multi-chart versions and things like that, it's not exposed. And so the first pull request is up, which wouldn't go in until 4.1 to fix one of their requests. And we're tracking over on an issue. If they come across anything else, this is Flux attempting to do it. I expect a little bit more of this as people start playing around with it, finding some issues, some limitations. I'd like 4.1 to be in much better shape for some of those SDK users who are finding some of our limitations. But I'm working with the Flux folks on it. The first pull request is up, tests and everything. If Rob were here, he'd be happy to fix their first request. So I just wanted to make folks aware of that. If you hear about SDK limitations or questions, I will start writing up some of the stuff about this and how to use the SDK. Just have not had the time yet with everything. It probably won't happen until after KubeCon. A lot of the details on it. But as people do, let's get this documented, communicated, listen to them, capture questions, that kind of thing. And I'm happy to help with at least any of the things I know. I'm sure George, you and Scott are happy to deal with things around plugins. And so we'll try to fill in and answer any of the questions I have.
I have a quick note on that, Matt. So we just merged a PR that Paige made to bring over the Helm 3 docs that we identified as at least relevant and not something we should drop, and identified pages that we know need to be updated with a little like warning admonition at the top that need to be updated for Helm 4. So I just wanted to note we at least have that. And
Okay, great.
Yeah, that's it. So that part at least is ready for PRs and noted that it needs updating.
Okay, great. And that's the last thing we have on the agenda. So before I open it up to other conversation points, I just want to quickly grab 2 weeks out. We're looking for moderator notes, those kinds of things. Does anybody want to volunteer now?
Yes, I can do it.
So you're taking moderator?
I just want to yes, I can do it. Yes, I'll take moderator.
I can take notes.
Oh, I was gonna grab it.
Oh, feel free.
You're better. You're better at it. But yeah. Okay.
You can moderate if you want, Ingy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I've never done that.
We believe in you.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
I'd love to. Yeah, I'll do it.
All right.
Oh,
And I'll be doing PR reviews and issue triages. I see Terry put his name down for that. Okay, then I guess the last.
I made a mistake,
okay.
Matt.
Yeah.
I'm in Berlin on vacation, so I will not even be at the meeting. So I apologize.
Okay, next time I'll do
Next
it.
time, yes, I'll take the week after
Okay,
that.
so Karen, you're okay doing it? Fantastic, thank you. Then the only other thing that I want to say, and this will be just directed at maintainers, we've got several votes open right now. I think 3 votes are currently open for various things. Please take a look at your email for those votes and weigh in. If you've got any questions on any of them, you can either reach out to the person who sent out the email for votes or whatever, which I think are Scott and myself who sent out all the vote emails. But there are 3 separate votes going on, so 3 separate emails to look at. So maintainers, please take a look. And all right, with that, I'll open the floor. Anybody have anything else? Going once, going
See y'all in
twice.
Atlanta.
See y'all in Atlanta. All right, folks. I'll see you, whoever's going to Atlanta in Atlanta, we'll give you about 10 minutes time back. Just a reminder, for those who aren't going, we aren't here next week. We'll see you in 2 weeks. Thank you all.
Thanks.
Have a wonderful day and a wonderful couple weeks.
Have a great
Thanks, man.
conference.
Bye.
Okay.